Okay, hi guys. I know it's been a while. It's been quite a while, but I'm not a YouTuber. I just post videos when I deem it's necessary, and I feel like it's necessary now with all the Eliza hype. And come on, let's be honest. We all knew this was bound to happen sooner or later. The full Eliza breakdown. I feel as a primarily 2D player, because I mainly play. I'm mainly a 2D player. The main reason I actually got into Tekken was because I didn't find where I am, people don't play 2D fighters as much as Tekken is the main game, the main fighting game in the scene. Well, that and Mortal Kombat, but I don't like Mortal Kombat because of personal reasons. I mean, good for you if you like Mortal Kombat, but personally I don't like block buttons, apart from Soul Calibur. But I even don't like Soul Calibur that much because of the block button. But hey, anyway, that's just me. I'm not here to say that. We're here to talk about Eliza. So, who is Eliza? Apart from being a smoking hot vampire with one of the biggest racks I've ever seen, sorry, I'm a hot-blooded male. I can't just ignore that. But anyway, and she also has obviously sleeping sickness. I wonder how many CSF is like beta or something. Well, law-wise, apart from all those weird traits, law-wise, she's apparently a vampire who had been asleep under the Rochefort estate. The Rochefort estate is where Lily lives. Emilie de Rochefort. Pardon my French. I don't know. I never did French in elementary, primary, whatever you want to call it. Never did French. But anyway, she woke up from underneath there. No one knows how she got up from underneath, because apparently she was buried miles underground, but she got up out of there, and now she's awake so that she can fight, because reasons. Just, yeah, deal with it. That's the story. Anyway, gameplay wise, which is what we're focusing on, she's Tekken's attempt at incorporating a somewhat balanced 2D playstyle, fluid motion inputs, and 2D mechanics, all that into the game, possibly because she was made when Tekken X Street Fighter was still believed to be a thing, which I hear was cancelled, but then is back again. I don't know. Namco know best. But anyway, so how has that incorporation turned out? Because they've added 3 characters as basically test subjects for this whole thing, and those 3 characters we know very well are Akuma, Eliza here, and Keith. Well, the short answer is that it's weird. By the nature of 2D games and the nature of Tekken's 3D engine, 2D characters will always be either extremely strong because of their tools, or extremely not weak but weird. But they can also be extremely weak. I mean, in Tekken terms, in poke terms, I mean, you've just seen I have a poke that's minus 16 and the minus 5 on hit. I mean, in Tekken terms, that is weird. As far as if we're talking, as far as traditional Tekken, then yeah, she's weak. But if you had to do that, adds a whole other aspect, and that brings the strength of how Akuma everyone says is OP, which I also personally, okay, I don't think he's OP, but anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I digress. I'm here to talk about Eliza. And with that said, let's debunk the mystery that is Eliza. So, as an overview, quick overview. This video will be divided into sections. I'll hopefully be able to link the sections properly. I haven't done a proper breakdown like this in a while, and I'm trying to do like my best version of it. So I hope it turns out okay. I'll try to make it as understandable as possible, and break it down to as many bite-sized pieces as possible, because I plan to go in depth with this breakdown. So, as I was saying, what's the overview of Eliza? How do you describe Eliza? Eliza is primarily a punish-oriented character. She is meant for punishing. That's at least from my experience. That's what I see. She's good at. That's what she mainly excuse me, sorry. In a Tekken sense, that's what she excels at. But as in she has a good balance of offensive and defensive tools as well. So it's really quite hard to pin her. When I say she's meant for punishing, it doesn't mean that she's horrible at everything else. It just means that punishing is what she does best. And not just the Tekken punishing, which she has a surprising, as I got deeper and deeper into Eliza's things, I discovered not only is her traditional Tekken punishment quite good, but even add that into the fact that all 2D characters can do something like this. yeah, she has really good punishment. I mean, come on, can you believe all this is just 10 frames? 10 frames, 79. 10 frame punish. You did something minus 10, boom, 80 damage. But anyway, yeah, that's 2D punishment. But even her ordinary punishment is good. But we'll cover punishment in a different section. Right now it's still the overview. What I'd say is really bad with Eliza though is her pokes. Her pokes, because she's primarily a 2D character. I mean, look at this down forward one. I mean, it has decent range. It's not the worst down forward one we've ever seen. But look at how high it hits. I think so many moves go this down and so many moves crash this. It's insane. And this thing is just +3 on hit and then -3 on hit, and its extensions are silly, like down forward. This one it's a natural. I've put my settings by the if anything connects, I've put it so that all naturals connect, and setups more or less. The ones I'm going to show you are guaranteed, and what I'll show you is what I know works. Yeah, you can go ahead and mess up with the settings yourself, but these are the settings I usually use, and they work well for me. They usually they're usually well for me. But anyway, I feel like Eliza is best described as a punish character, and her pokes are not that good, but her punishment and combos are definitely above average. Okay, punishment, I can safely say punishment is above average, because Eliza punishes way better than even some S tier characters, even better than my main Zafina. Zafina is, I can safely say Zafina has weaker punishment than Eliza. I can safely say a lot of people have weaker punishment than Eliza. And the combos, well, you know, to be characters and their combos. But she's definitely more of a reactive character more than a proactive character. Why do I say this? Because she has so many things that are, well, unsafe. Sure, she can do things that make her unsafe, but we'll get into that later. So when I say reactive, that means like she sees you do something, then responds. That's Eliza's main way of playing. Reactive would be someone, proactive would be someone like who's good at poking. Kazumi. Kazumi has she can just chip away at you till you press something, and she will continue chipping away at you, and then that's a proactive character. So anyway, that's the overview done with, and I'll cut it off here. And the next we'll go for strength, weaknesses, and punishment. Okay. So this right now, let's briefly cover her strengths and weaknesses before we go to her punishment. Her number one strength is the fact that Eliza is a 2D character, which means that she effectively breaks Tekken. I mean, you can get a full combo very easily from pretty much anything, all of her 2D stuff, and she can get 80 damage from a 10 frame punish. Yeah, I mean you see all that. Her second strength will definitely be her wall game. The fact that she can bully you into so much with the wall, and it's mainly due to dive kicks and all that. And her insta dive kick pressure is silly. See that +14? It's actually like it's a real +14, not like a +14 where you're like you can't do anything. No, if that thing hits you, okay, Death kicks are variable frames, but we'll get into that later. Let me not get sidetracked. But anyway, just know that thanks to dive kick and this, she can really bully people at the wall, and her wall game is one of the best, if not the best, in the game. And her third strength will definitely be her range and punishment. And range, I mean, couple her range and her punishment, and well, that was not a good example, but yeah, you see that launch, punish, death fist. You get the idea. You want to death fist someone for 58 damage. She punishes you for a dropped combo of 74. You get that? Paul, stop that. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, stand. I've proven my point. Yeah, I've said 2D tools are also a really good strength of us. 2D tools, you know, the beauty of why are 2D tools are strengths? 2D tools are strengths because 2D give you safety, offense, and defense. They give you all that. Like, yeah. Like, for example, I'm like, oh no, I like, this guy is pressuring me so much. I need to stop. I need to like stop all this. See, the status will start at invincible. See how my status stays at invincible? That's because from frame 1, boom, invincible. She just ignores all your pressure, and as long as she has meter. And by the way, Eliza always has meter, because Eliza gets meter at a ridiculously fast rate. But the trade-off is that she doesn't do stupid damage like Geese or Akuma. And let's see. That'll be defense, because that's a panic move. That'll be under defense. Also, like 2D moves, like the way she can just evade stuff. Let's see. Also under defense would be her safety. Like, for example, her primary launcher, back 4. Back 4, you'd say, how is that a launcher? She's a 2D character. She launches by doing that into DP1. And yeah. Anyway, her primary launcher on block is -14. And -14, well, this guy can launch you. But she can just do that and to this, and suddenly she's -9. Safe. And yeah, and that same note, she can even, maybe she doesn't feel like doing that, can do this and decide to maybe not do this, because as you can see, okay, maybe for whatever reason, for whatever reason you don't want to do that, you can just decide to do not that. That's extremely unsafe. That's under our weaknesses. She just know that. Let me just say right now, she's unsafe on almost everything she does. She's pretty unsafe. But anyway, yeah, she can also like make things a bit more safe, like this. See that? Like ordinarily, if this was blocked, be -12. Now, if someone has like no good in any, yeah, like for example against Asuka has very bad, okay, not very bad, but her 10 frame punishes are, but she has a very damaging 12 frame punish. So you'd rather, instead of getting this blocked and eating that, is it 2-3? I don't know, I don't play Asuka, but yeah, that damaging Asuka punish, you'd rather do this, then cancel to that, B minus, okay, not /1, sorry. Do /1 and B -11. And then all she can do from there is just her jab punishes, which are not really that good. Yeah. So yeah, 2D is a strong tool to have. It's definitely a strength. And she has surprisingly good punish moves. And I'm not even just talking about her 2D stuff. I've already said 2D is good. But her surprisingly good punish moves would be things like back to 3 into this thing, by the way, is safe, and as you can see, it's a high 11 frame punish, which is really good. And this thing into you can do on hit or on block. This into back 1. Back 1 has slight crashing property, just very slight. It's not. You can definitely jab out of it. On block, I wouldn't recommend doing this if someone is jab happy, or maybe if they don't know that's safe. But on hit, this trick has definitely got more than has definitely sorry this pain chill is really making me cough a lot. Yeah, but it's definitely that trick has definitely got me netted me a lot of wins, because as you can see, back 1-2 on counter hit is a launcher, and that's one of Eliza's better pokes, because she doesn't have a lot of good pokes. So yeah, that's a good panic move. Another good panic move she has is, let's see, back 1+2, very nice backswing blow, which personally I like. This panic move, as you can see, it crashes high, and it's a high power crash, and it guarantees Moonglide 4. I'll get into that. We'll get into Moonglide stuff later. She also has a full floaty jump, which you can dive kick at any time. But anyway, that goes under 2D stuff, which we'll cover later. But anyway, sorry. Point is, she has surprisingly good panic moves, and she's also against other 2Ds. She's actually quite good. Why am I going simple combos? What's wrong with me? Simple select. Yeah, Eliza, Paul. Why is this ugly bastard? Where is he? Akuma. Why is Akuma? Am I blind? Oh, he is under DLC. Why? Okay. So, okay, yeah, load up. Come on. Simple select is such a good addition into Tekken. It's imagine if I had to change characters and load all that. Well, we all know how load times are, especially on PS4. I play on PlayStation. PC are the ones that are blessed with, well, and you need a really powerful PC at that, so it's not cheap for anyone really. But anyway, I'm not here to say console versus PC. I'm here to explain Eliza and put CPU option 1 as repeat action. Let's set it. That's record to the move everyone hits, the demon flip. Yeah. So what option do you choose? Let's choose, yeah, this is fastest demon flip option. So that. I'm going to do that. So see how high she hits. She hits pretty high. I'm not timing it well, but as in she can just nope all of Akuma's stuff, because she can just she's a really powerful counter to Akuma himself. I mean that obviously I'm not doing the best options, and that's the fastest option, which the best answer would be to Dark. But yeah, I'm just trying to show you, but she's a 2D meant for 2Ds. But if it was like his mid that comes down and all that, yeah, it would. He definitely feel the pain. Let's see. Get out of repeat action. What other strengths would I say she has? She has I'd say an next strength that advanced movement tools. Advanced movement tools is that advanced is nothing fancy. It just means that it's not normal movement. This is an advanced movement tool. I mean, she covers ground fast like that. Sometimes you can just use it to cover ground. Even though it's -13. I mean, it's -13. It's a race, but this is definitely one of her better moves. And of course, Moonglide and EX Moonglide, which is even faster. Yeah, those are advanced movement tools, which it's always nice, because movement is an important aspect in Tekken. So yeah, so having movement options are always nice. That said, her weaknesses, number one weakness would be normal movement is less than ideal. Okay, maybe not number one, but I mean, look at this backdash. Come on now, this backdash is silly. Backdash is so tiny. Let me not even KBD. Let me just look at this. she's not even back there, she's just taking a step back. Her side step, though not the worst, is definitely in the, let's say, just there in the middle. It's definitely just not you don't look at a side step and then say wow. So she's definitely going to be stepping maybe generic stuff, but things that Zafina or Alisa steps, or a Lily, she's not going to be there, which is sad because she's a female, and females in this game usually have very nice side steps, but Eliza not so much. What other weakness would be there? Has a poor game. Her pokes are really bad. I mean, 1-1 is -3. What sort of 1 is? Sort of 1 is block, is minus on block, and even just her one jab by itself is just +1. I know most tend to be +2. A down 1 is just +3, and then if you do the extension, it's minus on hit. What? And then if you do the high extension, just +2. Well, I know things go for +8 and all that. So anyway, her frames are not good, which means her poke game is not really good. She has you could argue she has a nice 12 frame mid, but this thing has like no range. And it has no tracking whatsoever. Just what I would argue is a good poke of hers will be this for 3, not for 3, just for 3. But it is -9 and 0 on hit. But the reason it's so good is because on counter hit is +25, nothing guaranteed, but a whole lot of setups you get from that, and it makes her dive kicks, which have variable hitboxes, safe. See that dive kick is -5 there, that if I do from here is -11, but we'll get into that later. Another weakness is the one that just makes I think makes Chanel and all Eliza players just a bit too sad. The fact that she's a 2D character means that she has a lot of special needs. Yeah, I mean we can live with that. Special mid. What other special moves there? Almost all our special moves are special mids. We can live with that. But the problem is that with all those special moves, she has really bad lows. This one is -5 on it. Yes, I mean it's -5 on it, but it's cancelable. So I mean this one gets a pass, and that one gets a pass at least. But on block it's -16, and then oh god, let me just put crouching guards because I want to show you something. This one has variable block, but yeah, -23. That means this thing is a rage at punishable. Like man can punish this thing with a demon. Everyone else can just rage it and lol, that's okay. And it has a variable. At its safest, I believe it's 17, -17. At its safest, let's see, it would be here. 19, I believe it's 17. From there. Nope, that whiffs to 19. Come on, can't I get that magic 17? 17, okay, there you go. That means that the only person who will be able to launch punish it is Anna. Because her launch punish is 18, but still 17, she can still hurt you a lot. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so yeah, and her lows are pretty bad. I mean, this does only launches on counter hit. Doesn't even have that much damage. It's what? It's 17 damage. Counter 8 launch, you get what? 20. It's but on block it's -27. Another rigid punishable low. Then this low. Then her snake edge is. I mean, she has a snake edge which low crashes, then high crashes, which is really nice. But are you seeing that startup? 33. Who is going to be hit by that 33 frame startup move? Come on now. Huh? I'm going to be hit by 33 frame setup move. No one is going to be hit by that. And again, it's a stagger low -27. Legit punish. So anyway, a lack of lows means that she has a practically really bad mix-up game. And yeah, and needless to say, compounding all this means that she's unsafe on so much. Yeah, she's unsafe on so much. But anyway, yeah, that's weaknesses done. And also she has a lot of pseudo mix-ups. Like for example, this minus 13, this two, like one of our, I said back one two is one of our better pokes, yeah. Because back one, you can just be doing back one, which is +3. Nice poke, nice mid poke, 14 frames, nice. I can, yeah, like you can, it's acceptable. But then if someone presses anything on counter hit, becomes a launcher. Actually, was I not straight? Yeah, it becomes a launcher, and you can do all your crazy laser combos from there. And then you can just throw that out, and the mix-up is supposed to be, they don't press anything because of the fear of the third hit. But the thing is, they can just block that and sidestep the third hit, and in either direction, and punch it even harder, because it will be a whiff now. Because this thing has like no tracking. The third hit has no tracking. So she has a lot of weird and safe mix-ups like that, and not unsafe, weird and true, false mix-ups. But anyway, that's the overview. Not overview, sorry. That's strengths and weaknesses. Next, we'll cover punishment, and yeah, see you in the next segment, which will be like the next second. Yeah, okay. Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to cover what I think is one of Eliza's stronger aspects, which would be her punishment. And let's start with her strongest punishment so far, which would be the whiff punish section. When it comes to whiff punish, Eliza has so many tools. For threes, if you just want a 17 frame poke, is really nice, which on counter hits gives you +25 into so much. And if you want to go for an easy safe mix-up, you can just do dive kick 3, which the lower, just remember, the lower a dive kick hits on a body, a dive kick has a variable hitbox, which the lower it hits, the safer it becomes. But we'll cover more of that in the 2D section. Yeah, but just know that as a general idea. But yeah, she can punch with for 2. All of her moon glide options, because she, well, glides are used for with punishment, which mainly a lot of her moon glide options are her whiff punish options. Moon glide 2 is her forward for 2, moon glide 3, 4 is her forward for 3, 4, and 3, 3. But I mean, yeah, anyway, with punishment is really good. Then for 2, 3, I mean, you see how far she stretches of doing that, and someone can think that they whiff that. I mean, a nice tactic is whiffing that on purpose, and then letting rip the second hit, which I mean, let's say a combo, and always getting a combo with a 2D character is always good, but that's a really risky gamble, because look how minus that thing is. I mean, yeah, but it's understand. This is the one thing I can understand. I mean, I wouldn't mind above, but I can understand why it is the way it is, because it's very long range. It's a mid. So yeah, being -18, understandable trade-off. I don't like it, but I can understand it. And down forward, not down forward. Forward, the forward 4-2 series, 4-2, the forward 4-2 into dark wave. You can combo, you can pretty much, yeah, like, anyway, how with punishment is really good. But yeah, that's, oh yeah, and also of course with punishment, you can't talk about that without talking about the fireball. So yeah. That's with punishment, which I think you can agree with me is pretty powerful, is pretty strong, especially seeing as her forward inputs are really good. And also this is another really good with punish, which is also a wall bounce by the, which is also a safe mid. I love this move, which also low crashes. she has a lot of evasive tools. This is, yeah. yeah. It's a nice move, and also one of our better whiff punishers. Also 2-2 is another whiff punish. I could go about with punishes all day, But just know, long story short, Eliza, she punish good. She whiff punish good. And also, she punishes good. Let's get into her punishes. Now, for 10 frames, if you're feeling lazy, you can do 1, 2. But Eliza is a 2D character. So that means for 10 frames, she actually has this. And yep, you know the rest. Yeah. For 10 frames, yeah. If you don't feel like committing too much, and just do that for 10 frames, get one. You always get good off of it. You always get good off your Oki off of a DP. She can't FADC like Akuma, which is part of the reason why she's not as powerful. But yeah, that is a powerful 10 frame punch to have. And then she has at 11 frames, she has what I think is one of her better pokes, back 2-3. Decent range, safe, +3 on hit, and allows for that cheeky setup I was telling you before, the back 1. A lot of people when this is blocked will be like, oh, I want to take my turn back because you are -9. And I mean, I won't say that this is a pro setup. It's a very gimmicky setup. But like I said, this thing has slight crashing. And if they try to take the turn back with a jab or something, you will counter hit them and get that counter hit launch and get big damage. If they try to interrupt with that down forward 1, well, yeah, you'll get clipped to that down forward 1. So like I said, a gimmicky setup, but the poke itself, the punish itself, the 11 frame punish itself is really good. At 12 frame, she doesn't really have a punish, just has this 12 frame mid, which is 16 damage +3. Main use is excuse me, oh dear, sorry about that. Anyway, main use of this is what? Main use is just round ender and maybe just bullying the opponent. But yeah, as you can see, it's mainly just around ender and bullying opponent and all that. But at 13 is where she starts getting punishes. At 13 she has this, which is her easy mode hop kick punish. Because most hop kicks and down for 2s tend to be at the -13 place. So yeah, it's pretty much her shoulder, but she does it with her hip, just like Anna. And just like any other hip and shoulder and all that, they're all launch punishable, but the trade-off is that they're so fast, they're hard to react to. And the input is 1+2, so yeah, there you go. That's an easy mode punish. At 14 frames, she gets a lot. She gets 2-2, which doesn't seem a lot. It doesn't seem like much, seeing as looking at it from a Tekken perspective, but looking at it from an Eliza perspective, you can do that. And remember, or you can do this, and up with 1 rank 1, rank 2, 87. Or if you want to get really fancy, Akma, come this way, approach. Don't you dare tackle me. You tackle me. So if you want to get really fancy, you can do that. Okay, sorry. Run up. Why am I dropping this combo? I do this combo a million times. Come on now, solo. Do I have a YouTube class? But I'm not a YouTuber. But anyway, yeah, 73 with for 1 bar. I'm trying to do the. So hold on. It's not even a hard combo. I don't know why I'm dropping it. Hold on. There's 102. You can do. There's a rage at variation of that. Let's see. Player rage. Speaking of rage ats, Eliza has one of the worst rage ats. Its hitbox is really bad. I just stand there. Like from here, I think from here it can't. Oh, from there it will connect. Yeah. But anyway, the rage at animation is this. See, it has a deceptively short range. and then it tends to miss a lot of tailspins. Like if you do a long combo, then try to, and let's do standard approach again. Come on. If you do a long combo, then try to end it with a rage art. See that? It's her rage art is, you don't want to, that's not something you want to rely on. But anyway, that's beside the point. What I wanted to show you was the rage art combo from this, which is insane. That's not the one. Sorry. Muscle memory. Will you just do the damn combo solo? 1, 2, rage art. And remember, Eliza builds, like in one round she'll have her full 2 bars. So you are guaranteed she can technically do this combo every single round, because Eliza just gets meter that fast, and that is 111 damage. That is more than 3/4 of your health bar. So yeah, let me just turn off rage. And turn this back to stand. Okay. So yeah, 14 frame is really powerful, as you can see. At 15, she gets her launch, her first launch, at back 4. But you need, it's only a launch if you play Eliza the way she's meant to, as a 2D character. Which means that you will combo that into that, then something like that. There we go. That's just something off the top of my head, but yeah, 62. But yeah, that's at 15. She gets a launch at 15 like everyone else. And also an insta forward for 2 at fastest input is 15. Now realize how she's slipping after that. After forward 2, you'll need to be holding back if you want to get back into the fight, because she automatically sleeps. If you hold back, she wakes up, because she's just cast by Sissy flies. Yeah. So forward 2 is also I15 at fastest input, and at I16 she has a generic down forward 2 launcher. Well, not just down forward 2, but as in, I mean, like down forward. What you'd expect, yeah. At 16, she also has the back 3 series, back 3-4 and back 3-1, which are honestly really powerful moves. Which mainly are used as combo tools, and this is a really nice commander for taking someone really high up. But if you want to take someone really high up, you just most of the time you use that, or I don't know, use something else, like what's a good thing, that to end this. But yeah, it's, if you don't feel like cancelling to something, yeah, that's also a really powerful ender. That's back 3-4 and back 3-1. Back 3-4, mind you, is minus on hit, minus on block, sorry, and minus 14, so it's quite punishable. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, also at 16 she has this, but that's not really a punish, it's just a poke. Safe on block, 0 on hit. It's not the best thing, but it has its range. I mean, the fact that she can hit you from, where is it? Here, I think here. Yeah, the fact that she can hit you from there and on counter hit gives you all that stupid stuff. On counter hit, she can just, yeah, that you can just do that and do nothing about it. And yeah, you try to wake up with a wake up 4 at that angle, you become minus 12, and she can just do an 11 frame on you. Yeah, it's worth mentioning. And also, since we're still talking about punishment, it would be let's go ahead with the while standing punishment. Now, while standing, we have this. It's not a while standing move, but when it comes to 2D characters, you always have to mention the dick. Will you stop? Okay, no. Now look what you made me. You made me cut off at a weird place. The dick jab. You always have to mention the dick jab, because dig jabs with 2D characters means that they can do stuff like I'm trying to do there. Sorry. Tekken, you have to understand. Tekken is a 3D has a 3D engine, but so it's hard to. It's a bit harder to cancel from crouching, but yeah, it's possible. So you can do that into the heavy shuriken. Remember that cancels into her super, which means she also has. She, along with Akuma and Geese, have one of the better 10-frame punishes in the game. Both standing and crouching. And it can cancel. You can cancel straight from jab into super. It's a bit hard in Tekken. You can't. Honestly, it's a bit hard in all games on Street Fighter. It's really hard to cancel from just a single hit. But it is possible to cancel straight into super. I'll try it. Let's try it a few times. If it doesn't work, I won't waste too much time on it. But even if you do fail, see you still get a moonglide into +10. So it's not a bad option to go for. Big jab into super. Anyway, I'm not doing that. It's refused to do that. As 11 shares your generic world standing 4. Nothing special about it. Nothing special on it or counter it. Just a bit. Is it? No. Just world standing 4. Nothing special. I12 shares down 2 or full crouch 2, and I'm just mentioning it for the sake of mentioning it. It's really just a bad move. I mean, look at it. On hit, it has no tracking. It is extremely linear. It is more linear than a jab. It has so little damage, just does 8 damage. It's even better to just do a while standing 4. It's, for all intents and purposes, I just mentioned it because it's on the move list. It's not even cancelable. It's just forget that whenever something is menaced out, just do the while standing 4, or do a dig jab into shuriken because you're Eliza. Yeah, we just mentioned it so that you know. So I do not recommend that move, that full crouch 2 or down 2. But at I14, what I do recommend is while standing 1. See that? While standing 1. I mean, it's 14 plus 4. So I'm wondering, what is that? Well, whenever I say something is good, that means it has 2D aspects. And this is one of the few moves, while standing 1 is one of the few moves that combo into her 1 shuriken. See, Eliza, she has a lot of cancelable moves. She can cancel from her jab, but it doesn't combo into her more powerful. The way she's balanced is her more powerful cancels are like given a bit more startup. Okay, I don't know how they've put it, but it doesn't have enough hit stun to cancel into those moves. But the few moves that do have enough hit stun to cancel into this, which is a launcher, is back 4 while standing 1. And is there anything else I've missed? No, I think that's it. But I think that's it. Yeah, back 4 while standing 1. I mean, I might remember later, but yeah, you see that they're not. So you see why while standing 1 is really important. And beauty of it is, I think it's safe. I think it's -7. But the ugly part is that there is no hit. You can't hit confirm a cancel. The reason a cancel is called a cancel is because you have to do it knowing that you're punishing. So doing that is committing. If you feel like maybe you're going to be punished a bit, or maybe you want to reduce your punishment a bit, you can just do that by itself. But that seems like a waste. You'd rather at least get some damage. So yeah, let us stop sleeping. That's very rude. So I advise you do, if you're feeling like you want to get some damage at least from a 14-frame punish, do that into while standing 1 into slash. That's called circle back. I just call it slash because it's easier. It's easier to call it that, into /1. But at worst case scenario, you minus what is it minus again? -11, and then it's +11. And it's a world splash. So yeah, I can just do this. Very nice. It's actually part of our wall mix-up. Wall, you can do that low and into that. And you might say at the just block low because well she has to spend a meter, but you don't one doesn't simply block low against Eliza because you can do this without meter. And would you eat that either? But anyway, yeah, you get the gist of it. Launch at 14. I got a bit carried away. At 15, she has several moves at 15. One is down 3, which is a major tool. I mean, if you've seen Eliza, I mean, at the wall, this thing is stupid. On clean hit, Akuma also has a move like this. On clean hit, you get a DP. You get her DP, which cancels into a super, which etc. etc. Yeah. You can also do that at the wall and get stupid amounts of damage. Also at 15 we also have a stunning 2, which is the safe version of what I'll cover while stunning 3, which is also another 15 frame launcher. See, while stunning 3 is a straight up class. Is the term class 1? Is it even a class 1 launcher? No, it's not a class 1 launcher, baby. Class 1 launches you much higher than that, doesn't it? Well anyway, it's a launcher, it's 15 frame. But the problem with that while stunning 3 is that it's let me just show you the problem. Minus 22. Yeah, there you go. So you really don't want to use that in your mix-up. What you want to use in your mix-up as well is while stunning 2, because that thing is a counter hit launcher. Yeah. So yeah, while stunning 2, I-15 counter hit launcher and safe. Most importantly, safe. But I personally I just feel like you just go for the while stunning 1, because as in this one, I mean, sure it's safe, but it's -9. You lose every single thing. You can't do anything, I mean, apart from DP. But why would you want to waste meter for something that was your turn? It was a punch that could have been anyway. But that's just my opinion. I mean, it's still a good move either way. And with that, I believe we've covered our punishment. Oh yeah, just one more thing for with punishment. One thing I forgot about with punishment is her dives. Remember, when Eliza is jumping, don't think she's helpless there, because one, she has her jump-ins, which so plus you can just confirm off of them. Like for example, if you do this 15, that whatever value you see there, she can get. So that plus 16 means plus 16. That's plus 14. Plus 14. If you want to be safe, that's always guaranteed. If you want to be risky, you can do that, and that's guaranteed. I mean, yeah. And also these are really good with punish. Really nice beat. You can just jump around. Hey, what's up? Then boom. Yeah. So yeah, I believe that covers that for punishment. Next up, we'll cover in the next section. We'll cover her generic Tekken tools, which is where she is kind of meh. But yeah, I'll end the segment here and see you in the next segment, which for you will probably be the next second again. Alright. Alright, welcome back. Although you haven't really gone anywhere. I mean, I'm the one who's gone somewhere. I had to go drink some water. A bit thirsty. I have my water bottle here. I mean, commentating is hard work. Commentating is hard work. I don't know how Main Man does it and all these other YouTubers. Props to them. Let me just take a sip from my water bottle real quick. So, like I said, now we're going to cover her generic Tekken tools, which is where which is what brought her and placed her in the bottom 5 initially, because her generic tools are kind of meh. Her jab is, well, pretty much what you'd expect from a jab. +1 on block, +8 on hit. It's a jab. Yeah, it's a jab. Oh no, we're doing generic tools, no cancels and everything. Excuse me, sorry. I also ate during the break. And okay, yeah. But weird thing, she has this 1/1 string which is really bad because 1, it doesn't jail. 2, it's -3 on block. 3, it's not a natural hit combo. 4, it's darkable. It's really bad. Never press 1/1 in rapid succession because you'll get 1/1. I mean, the second hit is also special cancelable, but really you do not want to do that. You'd rather just stagger your ones and get the +1. I mean, if they're going to dark, just do your down for one, no matter how bad it is, which is a nice segue into the down for one. Down for one is, I mean, it's +3 on hit, which is really, as far as down for ones go, that's not a lot of frames to work with. But the stupid thing is, she has 2 extensions, down for 1, 2, which is a minus on hit mid. Why is this thing? I mean, it's a natural combo, but what the hell? And it's -13 on block. Then she has done for 1, 4, which is only +2 on hit. It's down for 1 strings are generally bad, and as you can see, she hits that down for 1 so high that so many moves crash under it, despite it being a mid. So yeah, down for 1 is definitely under par. What you do, maybe if you're going for frames with pokes, although if you really shouldn't be poking with Eliza, I'd advise you do 1, 2 +5, 1, 2 +5 and just -1 on block. I mean, most it's not as good as most generic tools. Like I say, her generic tools where she fails, but it's something. It's something, yeah. And 1, 2 is part of a string. 1, 2, 3, which is I wouldn't advise because yeah, you've seen those frames, yeah. No natural and -22, and that was to stop them from darking from 1 to 4, which is a -4 high, which as far as highs go, which is really good. But seeing as you can dark every single hit of this, none of the hit jail, it just it makes no sense. And considering her 2D options, it's just so much better to just stick to the 1, 2 if you're just talking about generic tools. And yeah, so you can do 1 to 4 maybe in the middle of a combo, maybe for a quick tailspin. I don't know, if you're feeling lazy, if you just want quick 40 damage, yeah. But what I advise you is never do 1, 2, 3. Never. It has no pushback. You're -22 right in your opponent's face. That is just asking for death. So never do that, please do not. It would actually rather you just do 1, 1, that horrible 1, 1, which is so bad. I'd rather do that into dive, because believe it or not, that thing, see the beauty of the the variable hit. The lower it goes. Yeah, so okay, wow, okay, misinputs. Do not misinput with Eliza. So yeah, it would be much better to just do 1, 1 into that. If you're looking for a mid in your jabs, so because you can't cancel from 1, 2. So anyway, yeah, you can also use 1, 2 as your 10 frame punish, but yeah, you're a 2D character. You should never really do that unless you're like, they're just like 17 damage away from death. What else? Generic tool. This too. This is one of our better moves. It's not too bad. Just -12, which, considering the reward you get from it, because this is the reward you get from it. Considering the reward you can get from 2/2, -12 is a price I think people would agree is acceptable. And since sometimes even the best of Elizas drop combos sometimes, and I'm not the best of Eliza, so most of the time when something is -15, rather than punish with back 4 and misinput the DP, I end up most of the time I punish that. Because even if I don't have meter, I get 48 damage. Or even if I do just have one bow meter, I get 58 damage. So yeah, that 14 frame will end up most of the time being a 15 frame punish. And because it has a good hitbox and decent range. No stabby Kazuya limbs here. I mean, her jab is definitely better than Kazuya's jab. I mean, that much I'll say, which is sad to say. But anyway. Her 4. Her 4 is... it's same speed as Jin's 13. Jin's used to give this before it got buffed for some reason. I don't know why the hell they buffed it, but yeah. Gives a tailspin on counter hit. You can do a post tailspin combo. Sorry, I don't know, I'm not doing that. I'm kidding. Why am I dropping the simplest of combos? What's wrong with me? You can net your 60 damage real quick there. So yeah, her 4 is, it's decent. It's a homing move. It can stop people from stepping your dive kicks, because remember, dive kicks are linear. These are extremely linear, no tracking whatsoever. So yeah, you can use that to stop people from walking around. Elizabeth has really good homing moves. Her homing moves are quite good. That's just by the way. Since we're talking about the homing moves in question are down for 3, which is Hasta. Nini? Safe wall bounce with pushback. I mean, even at the wall, she's just at -6. I mean, sure, she loses her turn, but if someone does try to press something, you have that. But if you do a wrong read, you're -34. that's DPs for you. That's in every game, even 2D games. What else? 1-2, like I said, it's your easy mode 13 frame punish. This is pretty much if you know the punish is going to land. Like if you are 100% sure that yeah, I'm going to punish this, and the punish you feel like 26-25 damage is good for you. And yeah, just 1+2. Just if you've mapped your controls like I have, let me just show my setup real quick. Yeah, like this is me. I play on DualShock 4, and yeah, these are my controls. So yeah, transform and exit. So all I do is press R1, and you get your punish. And remember, any punish is better than no punish. Let's say something was -15, and instead of trying to do this in a 3 bar and risking a drop, you can just do that, get your 26, and be happy with it at the range Eliza is happy at, which is around here. Eliza is never comfortable at point blank, but she's never comfortable at full screen either, because, well, she likes being here where I'm standing. Oh yeah, Tekken has added the distance from opponent, so she likes being at from 1.5 to 3.5. Yeah, the 1.5 to 3.5 range. She likes being there. Okay, next, generic tools. She has, like I said, done for 3, pretty good wall bounce. 3+4 is her snake edge. It has pros. It low crashes at the start and high crashes like any other snake edge at during its animation. Cons: it's a snake edge, which means on block, rage at punishable and launch punishable by every single person in the cast. Another con is that another unique con, only unique to Eliza, is that it is the slowest snake edge in the entire game at 33. And I mean, she does hop up and do the whole dancing thing, but the fact is that this snake edge is going to be seen more often than not. So yeah, do not rely on, I advise do not rely on it so much. And if you're going to do it, at least throw in some down for 3s fast. I hope I just got a notification. I hope it won't show up in the recording. Throw in some down for 3 so that at least when they see this animation, because they look somewhat alike. I mean, they still a noticeable difference, and you can easily fuzzy guard it, but at least online, someone will see the sneakage and think you're doing a down for 3, then they get sneakage, and yeah, you can do a sneakage combo. We'll cover that in a combo section. What other generic tool? What a generic tool I would really advise is for 3. I think I've already covered how good this thing is. 0 on hit is nothing special, and -9 on block just means it's a safe mid. But this thing has stupid range, and it's most importantly, it's from her optimum range, from around 3. This thing hits from around 3. Let me stand at 3. Yeah, that's 3. Yeah, from range 3. Yeah, it hits. And on counter hit, you get +25, which means you can just add a shuriken there. Or if it's someone who likes pressing buttons and get a counter hit, like literally all your options are uninterruptible. All your options. Because you're at freaking +25. So all your options are uninterruptible. Yes, even that silly snakeage. Even that silly snakeage would be okay, maybe it will be uninterruptible. I mean, 33, 25 quick maths, that means you have what? How many frames? 8 frames. No, it's still uninterruptible. Wow, still uninterruptible. I'm getting a lot of notifications. I hope it doesn't show up in the video because I'm not retaking this video. Okay, let's see. Next generic tool. Oh yeah, just one thing I'd like to show you about this. See this? Makes the dive kick 3 hit at his feet, which makes it -5, which means and when it's at -5, that means you can do a 10 frame for you can press 10 frame and get it for coming out at 15. That means your fastest move is you will trade with a 15 frame, which isn't really a good trade. But remember this one, you have a DP, so you can just do that, and 2, this dive kick launches on counter hit. So if someone even tries to press, what you can do is do that, delay a dive kick slightly, then press it. You get a counter hit, or do dive kick into. People like waking up with the wake up kicks. Do that, then delay it, then do that. Yeah, get your combo. So yeah, it's a decent It's a decent tool. It's a really decent tool. And even if you don't get the counter hit, it still makes the pushback will still make the dive kick 3 safe. So yeah, it's for 3 is a really good move. One of her better moves. I definitely recommend spamming it. Next is her power crush. 25 makes it okay at 25 startup. Okay, it's a homing move, which definitely gives it more points. It has some high crashing properties, but it's a power crush. So it's a power crush. So the only thing that to stop it would be a grab, but it has slight high crashing properties. I mean, it doesn't have she won't miss grabs like Zafina or anything, but it's as far as power crushes go, it's really nice. I mean, it's -13, which makes it standard for most power crushes, and that is guaranteed, which means the power crush does it's actually a 40 damage meaning 33 damage power crush. Sorry, I don't know where I got 40 damage from. Did I do this on counter hit? I don't know where I got 40 damage from. Yeah, 33 damage. 33 damage guaranteed from the power crush. So yeah, it's pretty. It's okay. Another generic tool is let's see, down forward. Let's see, my notes say down forward 1+4. What? 1+4. Forward 1+. What was I trying to? Okay. Okay. Anyway, sorry. That was. I think I took. I think I was a bit tired when I wrote this part of the notes. Sorry. There's no 1+4. input for Eliza. I don't know what I was on there. I believe I already mentioned down 2 is trash. Please forget that move ever exists. Please forget that move ever exists. Thank you. Down 1 is, well, you know, 2D down 1, which is a dick jab is really good for interrupting as far as dick jabs go, but she's a 2D character, which means a dick jab is something much more. Yeah. So yeah, dick jab is dick jab. Down 3 is well, if you know 2D characters, you know that down 3 is a very important tool, because that means they bring that it's an unseeable low, because it comes out at 15. That can launch if you do the DP from it. Even in 2D games, it's hard to combo the DP from crouching move. But you'll get the hang of it with practice and the proper controller or stick for you. Let's see. Down 4 is risky. It's remember I said she has bad lows. I mean, it's a counter hit. It's a counter hit launcher, yes, true, but is it really worth the risk? It's I mean, sure, you use it now. I won't say don't use it, because it's 20 frames. It's still relatively unseeable. Like I said, relatively, but it's minus 27 on block. So like I said, lows are her weakness. So yeah, down 4 is risky. So know that. Back 1, 2, 4. One of her better strings, because it's a mix-up within a mix-up. Most people will not think to sidestep this, because most of the time you won't finish this string. Most of the time, in fact, you'll just be using this back 1, because it's a +3. You just get +3, and it's just -8. Because this is her back 3 is so much better than her down forward 1. I mean, it's the same plus frames on hit, and not, I mean, you lose not on block, but look at where it hits. See where it hits. Like, for example, try down forward 1 here, what happened? See there. But if I do the exact same combo, sorry, that's not the exact same combo. If I do the exact same combo, then do back 3, back 1, sorry, I get that. So yeah, this many Eliza will be using this as their main mid. This and this, and that's down forward 4. 12 frame mid. A 12 frame mid is always a blessing for anyone. It's really good that Eliza has one, because she needs all the mid she can get, because they've refused to give her lows. So give her all the mid she can get, and she has a 12 frame one. So yeah, good round elder, as well as back 1 is really nice. Now, for people who don't know that you can sidestep the third hit, they will have they'll be at odds here, because they'll try to punish this. It's not like one is more punishable than the other, so it's better to wait to get more reward. Both of them, both the 2 and 4 in the string of back 1, 2, 4 are -13 apiece. So you can just do that, and then he can try to punish. What I advise is you do this till he punishes this and punishes it accurately. I mean, if he's going to try and punish that with a down forward 2, might as well just punish his down forward 2 with this 11 frame. An 11th man punish is a blessing from the gods. Or your 10 frames. But anyway, I digress. I already covered the punishment. But remember, if they do start punishing this, just add on the 4. It has no special counter hit properties, but it's a floor break. It's a nice wall combo. I mean, if you don't want to think too much about wall combos, you can just do that and get 56 damage. I mean, it's not much, but it's better than nothing. It's better than letting a combo drop. I always say better to get your low damage easy combo than to get a combo drop, because a combo drop just is so much more lost. Yeah, the combo drop is so much more lost, like the combo I just dropped right now. So yeah, just that's your easy mode wall combo, as well as that pseudo mix-up I've told you. But remember, that last hit can simply be stopped by sidestepping, and if you do become predictable, they will either punish this always or just wait and punish this third hit always, or even not wait and just interrupt, because it is interruptible, but I think only by 10 frames. Yeah, only by 10 frames. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not quite sure on that. I haven't tested that yet. Your primary poke, however, will be this back 2-3 and 4-3. Back 2-3, I think I've already stated in how I like it enough. It's a combo filler, it's an 11 frame punish, it's just so nice. And 4-3 is also a really nice poke. I already explained how nice it is, so I won't repeat myself on that. Oh yeah, this one thing you should know about back 2-3, which is so retarded. Now where are my counter hit settings? Like attacks, counter hit. This counter hit here. You see, it's delayable, but when you delay it, it doesn't combo. It's not a natural combo on delay, but that's because I'm gonna put guard. Let me just put stand again. That's because second hit is a counter hit launcher. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Having a counter hit launcher from a safe counter hit launcher from an 11 frame it's a thing of beauty. And I'm really grateful that I give Eliza that move. Let's see. Now the back 3 series. This will be one of your primary tailspins. Your tailspins will be, let's see, this back 3-1, your main tailspins. Back 4 cancel into, sorry. The other tailspin will be /1. Now if you can just stop dropping it. /1, which is got circle back 1. And your other main tailspin will be what? What is it again? Forward, yeah. Forward 3-4. This one you'll be using mainly after a dive kick connects on counter hit, because it's sometimes you connect a bit too far for this to see. Sometimes that won't work, but what will always be consistent is forward 3-4. So yeah, and also after that some long combos. Let's see. I just stand and approach me real quick, yeah? Can do stupid. Okay. After, let me do some long combo. See, the long combo that combined with the Moonglide gives you a guaranteed tailspin almost all the time. Yeah, so yeah, those are your 3 main tailspins. But then I was talking about her back 3 series. Back 3-4 is a nice combo ender. Is the counter still on? Yeah, it's still on. Sorry. It's natural. It's natural. It's not not set. There you go. Just to show you everything I've done is still natural. Then that's natural. That's natural. That's -14, even though it's natural. But it is a nice combo ender. Let's see. Can I incorporate in this? This is something I'm just trying, baby. But okay, let's see. Let's do a normal combo and then end it. 3. Let's do that. Do that. Back 3-1. 3-4. See, back 3-4 gives a nice high wall splat. So, yeah, can use it for that. Or for some reason, if someone tries to duck this, you can use that to slap them, and it's 32 damage, so pretty nice. Let's see. Back 4 is, like I said, the I-15 launch. only way to launch from it. All of her moves, all of Eliza's moves are, I think all of her moves connect from here. Let's see. The dive kick should connect as well. Ah, it doesn't connect, huh? What about her, the EX one? No, it doesn't. Okay. But all the other moves connect. There's no any, because this one combos. There's no, if it combos into her DP1, it'll combo into everything else. Yeah. So back four into DP1 is your main I-15 launch. Back 1+2 is a move I like. Just -13 on block, but really good backswing blow. Really good for people who like they're pressing with down forward ones, back and jabs. Just like, nope, here we go. And you get your +4 and you force them to crouch. You force them to crouch with your +4. That means you can do that, start bullying with this. And yeah. Do all sorts of nice little things. You can do that, try to fish for an enemy, like that there, try to go for grabs, etc, etc. This is a really gimmicky move. Mid, high, low. -4. The low is -14, which means a lot of people can hurt you real bad for it. Eliza herself can launch you for her max, one of her max damage combos. Can launch you for 100+ if she so desires. But most people don't expect that low. It's a Hail Mary. It's a Hail Mary move, and it covers a lot of distance. So let me just remove the guard all option. So that you see, the low is a knockdown, so it's really nice if you do get it. If you do get it, it's a nice option. So, but I wouldn't advise you to rely on it. It's one of those gimmicky moves that you just use. As often as a snakeage. So not that often, like once a set or twice. Yeah, just once a set. Not even twice a set is pushing your luck. Oh yeah, one of those moves. Let's see. What I would say is use it as a round ender. You can try use it as a round ender for someone who, if you can see someone is clearly panicking, it is a round ender, because most people don't look mid, high, low when they are panicking. When they're panicking, people tend to think weird things. But use it. Main thing you need to remember is use sparingly. Now for this next part, I need you to guard Akma. Running 1 is a high, Darker Ball, yes, but +6. It's also a tailspin. Remember the tailspin from her class 1 launcher, which is her super. Her super is a class 1 launcher. Wow, I can't do a raw super. What's wrong with me? Yeah, there we go. Also from counter hit dive kick. I don't know if I have the. It usually whiffs for me. I don't know why. I'm doing it fast enough. I don't, but I've seen some people connect with it. I think it's a matter of distance. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, if you get a really far dive kick, counter hit, that's your tailspin. Although this will still just, if you just extend that, like, because it's a forward motion, you can extend it to go farther. So yeah, you can also do that. But anyway, we're talking about running 1 +6 on block, and a really pretty nice effect on hit. So yeah, obviously a balcony break. With the laser, what you see is what you get. Anything that hits far off is going to be a balcony break. So that's the forward 2. So that, let's see how many balcony breaks will there be. Have I covered that? A balcony break. There's that. There's that. There's her booty bump. Actually, I think her tailspin is a balcony break as well. Yep. The dive kick. Sorry. Okay, let's go back upstairs. Actually, no need to go upstairs. It's not like I'm doing anything to do with balconies right now. Yeah, that's the weird thing. Huh? You'd think something that a dive kick, the way it's a dive kick by nature. You'd think it's a floor break, but no, it doesn't break floors. I repeat, it's not a floor break. The only floor break she has is this, the last hit of this string. I believe she has no other floor break. I'm thinking right now. Right now, I'm just racking through her moves in my brain. Yeah, she has no other floor break. That's her only floor break. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if with Eliza, when it comes to balcony breaks, what you see is what you get. So if it causes whatever sort of forward momentum, it's probably a wall break, balcony break. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Let's see. Running 3, her slash kick is 0 on block, and pretty much just any other flash kick plus 17 is pretty much any other flash kick. Yeah. And yeah, it gives a nice little splat on it. Let's make him block. So let's see. Starting guard. Yeah, it's 0 on block, but it being a slash kick, people will just assume, because slash kicks are generally class on it. Yeah, so you can use it as mental frames. Remember that people will always respect slash kicks, unless they're idiots. Idiots don't respect slash kicks. But in this case, being knowledgeable will work against you. Knowing that a slash kick is 0 will work against you, because it'll be exactly neutral, and she'll try and pressure stuff here. She'll probably try and do a down for 3 just to be safe. What I usually do is down for 3 to down for 1 2. What am I saying? Down for 1 2 or a down for 4, because I don't like down for 1 2 so much. I already told you my reasons. Or maybe just a 4, just something simple. Don't commit too much after that slash kick. Don't. It's not always too good to rely on mental frames. By mental frames, I mean frames that are not really there, frames that you put by playing mind games with people. The hesitation you put in someone, that's what I refer to as mental frames. Okay, let's see. Her 10 hit is well, pretty much just a 10 hit. I won't do it myself. I haven't crammed it. I don't think I've crammed anyone's 10 hit. Yeah, just do that for me real quick. Maybe just remember till the 4th hit because of that sneaky low. Otherwise, it's a 10 hit combo. It's nothing is natural. The things that are so minus on hit, it's stupid. So yeah, it's just as far as 10 hit. 10 hits goes, pretty much just a 10 hit. You can use it to make do that sneaky low, which is minus 23. So always remember to the input is 3 1 4 4 3 1 4. The 3 1 4 the 4 is what I'd advise is remember at least the 3 1 4 3 1 4 1. So that at least if you're stopping something, you're at least just minus 12. 3 1 4. Let's see if you do 3 1 4 1 2 2. 3 1 4 1 2 2. Wow, 2 2 is worse. Yeah, just yeah. Add 10 frames. Unless you're doing them to someone who's back turned, I wouldn't advise them. No one ever advises them. Okay, let's see. What else for generic tools? I guess the only thing we have left with is grabs. Eliza has only one command grab, but her other grabs are worth noting. Why? Because each of them are very unique, have very unique settings. Let me just not set. Just spend some bar there. Okay, why have I spent bar there? Because I want to do the normal 1+3 grab. Look at my bar. Look at that. that's a lot of meter you just get. And if it's stacked, other settings, let's see. Oh yeah, it also recovers health. By the way, that also recovers health. I can't remove. You don't. There's no option of lowering your health in training mode, so you can just take my word for it. I don't want to leave training mode and go to another mode and load up again, because the load times on PS4 are long. But yeah, take my word for it. It also brings health back. I'll probably just do in another clip and upload it later, like a small clip. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of adding life, same thing with her back turned grab. But her back turned grab does that on a major level, because it's a back turned grab. The life you obtain is always scaled to the damage you do. So you can imagine with a 55 damage grab, 45 damage, sorry, you get so much meter and so much health. Let me just put the meter on so that you get an idea. That's that. Yeah. Face the other way. Yeah, that's a quarter bar. That's almost quarter bar. Yeah, I've exaggerated. Almost quarter bar, which is a lot, and also you get so much health from it. Okay, face the correct side, Akuma. Her other grab will be her 2+4. Her 2+4 is good because it leaves really nice Oki. Like, are you seeing that position? Head towards. I mean, it would be better if it was face down, but head towards is a really nice knockdown. And if the opponent, remember, whenever the opponent doesn't take that, you get a free 1+2. So yeah, as in it's a really nice grab for Oki. Yes. Okay. Ouch. Let's see. You can do that. You can do that. If you don't too much risk, you can do back 1, back 2, 3. Sorry. If you're a bit more of a risk taker, you can do for 3. Even on trade. Remember, a wake up 4 is the fastest option someone can do from getting up. If someone tries to remain on the ground, you can just spam dive kick till they decide not to wake up, or you could be a bastard and backdash then launch. Yeah, I mean, her backdash isn't great, but for that situation it works. The last thing remaining is her command grab, which is down for 1+2, and nothing special about it. -2 on connect, 1+2 break, leaves you at Eliza optimum range, or not slightly outside optimum range, but at a range better for Eliza than point blank. So yeah, as 1+2 grab is 1+2 grab, and also when you get grabs from the side, that's the animation you get when you do a grab from the side. Remember, side grabs are broken differently from ordinary grabs in that you break it from the side you're being grabbed from. If you're being grabbed from the left, you break with 1. If you're being grabbed from the right, you break with 2. In case anyone out there thought side grabs are unbreakable, that's the secret to side grabs. And yeah, I believe that's all of her generic, like Tekken generic tools. So that section will end here, and I'll see you in the next section, which will be the 2D stuff. Wow, this thing is long. Okay, I'll see you in a few, or the next second, I guess. Okay, welcome back. Although for you, I guess it's the same vid. Well, let's play this vid. I mean, it's turning out to be ridiculously long, but I'll watch it and I'll put timestamps. So anyway, now I want to cover what makes Eliza unique, well, partly unique, which is her special moves and Moonglide stuff. I don't know if I'm going to split it into 2 yet. We'll see how fast it is. I mean, I've covered a lot of special moves already previously in talking in other moves, but we'll see. My throat is still bad. Now, special moves. Let's see. Got circle forward. Got circle forward with the punches. With 1 or 2 will be your dark wave, your Hadouken. If I put this this one is superior in terms of frames, and it gives you a nice healthy knockdown, which doesn't wall splat for some weird reason. That is just unfair. I don't know why it wouldn't wall splat, but it not wall splatting on the wall actually works in your favor. But anyway, this is the superior one, but what it gains in frames, it loses in range. So yeah, that's the trade-off. Hadouken 2 gets a lot of range. I mean, unlike other fireballs for the other guest characters like Akuma himself, it doesn't have an infinite travel range. It has a maximum range of around 5. I think this is maximum range. 4.5, I believe. There you go. 4.8. Yeah. Oh yeah, 5. So 4.8. 4.8 to 5. That's the maximum. Yeah, because I know the most frames you can get from it is 23. Yeah. Nothing special about it. It's this one is mainly for maybe if you don't want to risk if you want to just bully someone who's that's not too far away but kind of far away, or maybe we've punished someone who's trying to Ayoshi who's sitting down and doing that weird life pumping move, or someone who's just trying to, you can bully someone to starting sidewalking with this, then do some moonglide cancels, and we'll get into that later. We'll get into moonglide later. Now, the only thing remaining is the EXDP. EXDP is automatically transitions. EXDP is done by pressing both on circle forward with both 1 and 2. She does both of her fireballs, then automatically transitions into moonglide. There's no way to cancel the moonglide. You just have to do it, but it's you do the moonglide at plus. I think it's plus. It's a ridiculously plus number. Let's just boot guard. Yeah, plus 10 glide. You're not going to be none of your options are going to be interrupted. Yeah, because even your slowest option is the unblockable, which is still stupidly fast. Are you seeing how fast it comes out when it's from in any EX moonglide? But anyway, we'll cover that in the moonglide section. Now, while you're still blocking, I'll let you know, Eliza has the unique trait of making unsafe moves safe. Like for example, this is minus 12, because she can still cancel on block. So minus 12, cancel into dark wave 1, becomes minus 9. And this you're not going to interrupt that, because this thing has a lingering hitbox. What do I mean by lingering hitbox? I mean that it's for that entire time it's on screen, it's active. See a startup frame, there the startup frame, you see 28 to 52. That shows how long it's active for. And to show you exactly what I mean with this, I'm going to add, really you can't talk about fireballs without this string, for 2-4 into fireball. See, that entire time the fireball has lingered and connects on frame 50. See that on the startup frame? It shows it doesn't show any figure till it hits Akuma. It shows the frame it connects on. It just lingers that entire time, and then which by the way, this thing is a bit tight, but it's a launcher. Yeah. Oh dear! Wow. Okay. I He shouldn't have eaten that much. Move like Dark Wave 2. Block, please. Aqua. Okay. Dark Wave 2 is minus 13 at point blank, but it's a traveling projectile. So why is he backdashing? Why are you backdashing? Why are you backdashing? Why is he backdashing? What? Is it because of put timing? What? Is he backdashing? That is unusual. Anyway, yeah. The farther out you are, the safer it becomes. Till at that, is it 4.8? Yeah, becomes plus 23 on hit and plus something on block. But it's not like you can capitalize on those plus frames. And at that distance, someone can easily sidestep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That I think that's the fireballs covered. Next is will be her DP, or what's it called? What does she call it? Dark bleed. Dark bleed. Yeah, I believe dark bleed. Now her light. Why am I calling it light? There's no concept of light and heavy in Tekken. Had DP1, which will be Dark Wave 1. The Dark Wave with the box is her launcher, which the one which doesn't combo from, which only combos from the two Nini we mentioned, while standing 2 and while standing 1. Sorry, while standing 1 and back 4, because it's a combo starter. So, and it's the safest of her DPs at minus 22, which is still stupidly unsafe. But that's because her other DPs are what? This one's minus 34. This one is the most unsafe at minus 34, and the EX is also minus 34 because it's simply it has the same animation, but EX combos easily from jab. So that's the heavy one. I keep on saying heavy, sorry. 2D, the Street Fighter and other game habits. That one combos easy. So does this one combo that easily. Yeah. Now the thing is, the EX one is invincible, completely invincible to. Let me do this. Let me show you exactly what I mean with this. The beauty of this. We all know Raging Demon can only be escaped by jumping, right? Or let's see, let's do what's a move Akuma is plus on. Oh yeah, FADC stuff. I'm not going to do FADC stuff. Let's just do down forward 1 on hit, then something. Let's see. Record, repeat action, record. Yeah. Is it a plus 7? See, yeah, a down forward 1. This is a down forward 1 now. Okay, anyway, so going to do down forward 1 into jab. Okay, let's record that. Down forward 1 into jab. Finish. We're going to let the down forward 1 connect. That means if the down forward 1 connects at plus 7, at minus 7, we have to respect everything. Yeah, Sindio. But if we let that hit, we don't have to respect it as Eliza, because we can just do that. So that's the true power of a DP. Repeat action. No action to repeat. Another use for the DP would be for the heavy DP. I guess would be wall carry at the end of combos. We do that. Sorry. Forgive me if I drop this. I don't usually do this combo a lot. Yeah, there you go. And as you can see, it's decent carry. And it takes you to the wall where Eliza shines. I believe that's the DPs covered. Next will be the slashes. Slash 1, tailspin. One of her three primary tailspins. Almost purely a combo tool, but you can use it to make more unsafe things slightly safer, like her 2-2. Like if her 2-2 is blocked, instead of being -12, it can be -11. Remember, a lot of people have their best options start at 12, so you might want to do that to put yourself at a pseudo safe state, or use DP3 is at DP2, /2, sorry. /2 is -13. Why is it -13? It's because it's an easy mode combo ender, which gives a nice flat. Now if you do the same combo we did before, that, then that, much less execution and pretty much the same distance covered and the same splat if you were closer to the wall, but without the hassle of comboing from a crouching normal into a shuriken. Because a crouching normal into a shuriken is an issue in every 2D game, not only just Tekken. It's even just harder in Tekken because of how Tekken works, but I'll get into that later in Eliza miscellaneous stuff. This, like I said, this thing is going to be long. So that's /1 and /2. I've written here /1 into dive 3 is safe. Oh, because of this. Okay, yeah. I'll get into dive shenanigans a bit later. I think I might have to boot up Street Fighter for that. But anyway, yeah, I'll show you in a bit. What else? With the slash is covered. All left is a EX. Now the EX has a high priority cancel, which means it has the same cancel priority as this and the EX, which means it can cancel from a jab, which means you can get easy damage from it, or an easy splat and do easy damage. One of your primary mix-ups at the wall, you can just do while rising 2 into splat, that, and etc. You get the idea, yeah. The EX is really nice, and also, yeah, by the EX Moonglide, not EX Moonglide, EX slash is a primary way to combo from this. I mean, the other, I'll just say Korean ways, because they're very hard, and Koreans are the ones who get that a lot. But for us mere mortals, there are two easy ways to combo to get damage from a 4-3-3. This is 1+2 for quick damage. You can just smash it out, no specific timing, and you'll get it. Or you can do EX slash, yeah, and get a bit more damage. A lot of notifications coming in. I hope they don't show up in the video. Now let's see. Next up is, I guess, the dives. Yeah. Now dives have variable frames. What do I mean by variable frames? That was +12. This is +9. Now dive kicks, just like in 2D games, the frames vary according to where they hit you. More on that that means that if you do a dive kick here at the top of the head at +9, that won't work. But if you do a dive kick here, that is a true combo, because it was +14 and I did a jab which is just 10 frames. So I could even have done 2-2. But the problem with that is you really never know in a game where people are constantly moving. you really never know where you're going to end up hitting someone, what part of their body you're going to hit. So you most of the time people just go for the jab into shuriken, because at the very, you know that at the very least you have 10 frames to work with. So I would advise you do the same, because it's really hard to know when you're going to get plus 15. The most you can get from dive 4 is, I think, 16. Same applies to this, but this you won't really tell the difference because it knocks down on hit, but you'll be able to tell it on counter hit, on guard. See, at the safest, at the TP2s, -4, but at the top of that, -14 punishable. So yeah, that's what I mean by variable frames. More on that. That also ties in into her insta, her whatever. This, what's it called? IAD dive kicks. Insta air dive kicks. IADs, yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted to say. It's a bit harder. It's a bit hard in Tekken, but I'll explain to you in a different section why. Let's see, what else? Yeah, that's the dev kicks. The last dev kick I believe is the EX, which is completely safe, and no matter where they hit you, where it's hit, because it has a second continuation, despite I mean, it's you see there the stupid numbers like -30, but that second hit is not a variable hit. It will always be -9. And the beauty about this is, one, it's a whatever. What am I trying to say? One, it's a natural combo. You can insta air it, and it's an OTG. I believe a lot of you have seen this this thing. Sorry. Why am I feeling the simplest things right now? Okay, let me not do the insta version. Wow, the game just really does not want. It just wants to make me look like an idiot right now. If someone decides to stay on the floor, it's really not a good idea with Eliza, because you can just pick them up off the floor and launch them for a combo, which is very scary for the enemy. I believe. Now, what else? I believe that's all the dives and instas. Okay, that's not all with the dives. There's still the issue of insta dives, but we'll cover that. Like I said, we'll cover that in the Eliza miscellaneous section. So yeah, that's the special moves. Let me cut it off there, and next up we'll cover. We'll do a short section on her moon glide options. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. I've taken a bit more drinks of water because all this talking is making me thirsty. One just before we start on the moon glide, one thing I forgot about, and I can't believe I forgot this. I forgot the special moves is her super. Can't believe I forgot this. Yeah, so her super is invincible from, I don't know, pretty, I know it's not frame 1, but I know it's pretty early on. It's 14 frames fast. It's the least damaging super between Geese and Akuma and herself, but that's because hers is a class 1 launcher, which means you can do crazy things like, sorry, and you can combo it from a jab as well, but it's pretty hard. I'm doing 2-2 because I can buffer that in. At least I can buffer it in there. That was supposed to be an instant running one. Wow. Why am I failing so hard? But anyway, yeah, you get the idea, yeah. Okay, let me at least do a combo. Let me commit. That 2 2. Will you do the combo? One or two. Yeah, as you can see, despite it not having a lot of damage, still very powerful. And the super, with the season 3 update, Eliza is allowed to do a super after any of her DPs, which is which has added it doesn't do like it doesn't add more damage or anything because of scaling just makes it have weird properties, but it increases wall travel, and 2, it allows her jab to be essentially round ending. Yeah, so yeah, that's the main thing I forgot. It's on block, it's -7 with pushback. You can take my word for it, but I mean, you can just do it here and get it on over with. So -7 pushback, so it's pretty much a plus move. I mean, because -7 pushback here. I mean, someone can they can let them try interrupt that. They'll just get counter hit, and you'll get your +25. Anyway, that's that covered. Now, Moonglide. Moonglide will be this. What is the purpose of Moonglide? Moonglide is Eliza's main tool for advanced movement. Eliza has a lot of tools of advanced movement, like this jump, this craziest jump, a very long arc of a jump, and Moonglide would be the second one. Moonglide comes in 2 variations. This one, which is this one has always been there, Forward 4, not O. I mean, not everyone here is a PS player. And then for 3+4 is the EX version, which is same distance but much faster, and properties on 2 of the moves change. Now let's get into the move into all of the moves so that you can see the ordinary properties, then the new properties. Moonglide, first option, string 1 2 1 + 2 2 1 + 2. As you can see, first 2 hits natural combo, third hit is a mid, but -13. So what's the purpose of this? 1 is that you can use it as a simple wall ender. 2, it's mainly a combo ender. You won't see it to a lot of Elizas because its main reason is damage rather than wall carry. But here's the thing: mainly a lot of Elizas prefer wall carry because her main damage is there. So let's see. I can example is this, that. I get 60 for that, yeah. All right, I'll do this. Then that's 72. Yeah, so yeah, that's just to know, baby. It's nice. It's a nice combo ender. It's not bad by any means. It's just she has better options, you know. But if you do find yourself in an infinite stage, yeah, that will be your main combo ender. That will be the most damage you'll be able to get from at the end of a combo in an infinite stage. Yeah. Moonglide 2 is her forward 2 with benefits. The benefit being that it comes from Moonglide, so that means it covers a lot of distance and it can be done really fast from here. Now, when it's done from EX, it's one of the moves that are affected by EX. Moonglide 2 becomes a wall bounce. And remember, forward 2 is pretty much Jean and Devil Jean's demon paw. Is it devil paw, demon paw? They are forward 2, just not as good. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, safe, knockback, pretty much like I said, demon paw. except, like I said, except has, when it's done from EX, becomes a wall bounce. And oh yeah, remember, always remember to hold back. Always remember to hold back, otherwise you'll drop your combo and she'll sleep. And gain back meter, true. Let me show you about that. Let me show you the meter thing. I mean, she'll gain the meter. She'll gain a lot of meter, true. I mean, look at the speed that meter is gaining up. But if she's sleeping this way, but then we'll cover sleep in a different section. But yeah, that's Moonglide 2. Moonglide 3. No, Moonglide 3 is and Moonglide 3 is the same thing. You've already seen these moves. That's for 3 and for 3 exact same properties, nothing different. You just have the advantage of, like I said, Moonglide is, don't think of Moonglide as a stance. Think of it as a mobility option. That's why I haven't used it as I haven't used the word stance on it even once, because it really isn't a stance. It's more of an enhancement of her already existing moves. Because every single option of every single Moonglide option, apart from the 1-2 string and this last option, Moonglide 4, which is a launcher with meter, or a bit hard, like I said. Okay, that connects when you're closer to the wall. Let's see. Let me try it. Let me at least land it once for you guys, yeah? Come on. Let's make this simple. Restart settings, wall. There we go. Yeah, you can definitely come up from that. Okay, there we go. At the wall, you down 3 into Shoryuan is a thing. It's not exactly simple, but Eliza isn't an easy character by any means, but it's possible. You can also do Shoryu 2, but if you want the good stuff, you do Shoryu 1. And let's get away from the wall. What's happening to my headphones? There we go. If away from the wall, that it becomes a pickup launcher. You don't even have to do an instant dive kick version. You can do an instant dive kick if you want to risk dropping, or if you're feeling like you have that sauce. There's the instant. Okay. Why is okay? Anyway, this no. Okay, let me try land it once. Come on, so we can do this. We've done it a million times. As you can see, I already said it before, but it's very unsafe. But yeah, there we go. It doesn't work next to the wall, by the way. Something to note, because she travels. So yeah, I could do something like that, and that. The post. Remember the post tail spin combo. Something very simple, something like that. Or if you want wall carry, you can do that. Sorry. That. Excuse me. And then jeez. Okay, anyway, yeah, you get the idea. That into whatever, and it also combos. It combos. It's guaranteed after. Why is it showing counter hit? Have I put counter hit on? Okay. No. Yeah, it's guaranteed after her power crush. Yeah, so that's Moonglade 4, not affected by the EX version whatsoever. Last version is Moonglade 1+2, which is hand blockable, down back 1+2, exactly the same, nothing different. It's also the other move which is affected by the EX becomes 10 frames faster. I mean, you see there 41 still seems to, but for an unblockable, remember this is an unblockable that it doesn't hit grounded, but let me just, okay, the start settings, opponent, player status, down, face up, there you go. No, not my state. I am drunk. No, I'm not drunk, I am tired. I've been talking for a long time. It doesn't hit grounded, yeah. But it's a very nice tech catch, and it has a fat hitbox, so it's really hard to sidestep. And for an unblockable, 41 frames is very fast for an unblockable. Even if it is just 30 damage. No, actually, I can't say just 30 damage. 30 damage is a lot for a single hit. And remember, this is an unblockable, so and with a wide hitbox, so chances are even if they do just sidestep the enemy, then they might do it a bit too late. And it has a wide hitbox, so if a lot of people might sidestep and still get clipped. It tracks to one side as well. I don't remember which side, but you can practice that on your own. Yeah, and I believe I've mentioned everything about Moonglade. The only other thing I believe will be is the fact that EX Darkwave transitions automatically into Moonglade. That's the only other thing I haven't mentioned. So, yeah, so EX Darkwave, there's no cancelling that Moonglade. Oh yeah, there's one thing I haven't mentioned. If you during Moonglade, if you hold down, you transition into a crouch. You recover crouched. You recover at the same speed but crouched, which is useful for someone who's for an extra layer of a mix-up. Because for example, the main mix-up in Moonglade would usually be that and this, but those are very unsafe. Like as you can see, very unsafe. They are rewarding but unsafe. Or you can add your own layer by doing this, then like by doing that into that, or that into the shuriken. Can you just do the shuriken, madam? Wow, I think I'm just scared. Or that into that into that to the shuriken, etc. So yeah, you can hold down during the glide to add your own layer of a mix-up with while standing moves or full crouch moves. You can even be a marksman and just do while standing 3. So yeah, that's I believe that's all with Moonglade. And a quick mention is her sleep. Sleep recharges meter. You can hold down to sleep. For 2 automatically sleeps, and then whenever grounded, you can press down 1+2 to sleep, and press down 1+2 again to go grounded, 1+2 again to toggle between grounded and sleep. It takes a while for it to initiate. It doesn't immediately start building meter. She has to snuff for like around half a second, then the meter building starts, but it builds at a rapid rate. Right, that's it for that section. Next, we'll finally, I believe we can say we're finishing up, and this will finally be the shortest section. Okay, see you. And actually this section I'll switch to a different game so that you understand, because I want to cover special Eliza traits. So see you in a different game. I'm not quite sure which one. But yeah, I have one in mind. Okay. Welcome back. And what's this? This is not Tekken. This is Street Fighter 5, and this is Akuma. Why am I on Street Fighter 5? That's because to understand Eliza's unique traits, which is what I want to cover, you need to understand how 2D works. Now, there's two things. Okay. Yeah, two main things I want to cover with. I want to explain in a 2D setting. One is that people can't sidestep, and frames. I'll put frame data to display there on. So on the top left, I think you can see my Akuma's frame data. How is this demon flip in Super 5 is? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So here's this dev kick. Now you have to understand, when I said dev kicks are variable frames, that's because in every single fighting game, dev kicks are variable frames. If you hit someone a bit lower, although granted in 2D games it's a bit harder, and here you have to do it at the tip of the jump. At the very top of the jump, but if you manage to get it, well, you can combo into anything. So you can do. Sorry, I'm just having my own fun. Sorry. Okay, I've stopped. One thing you have to understand is that the concept of dive kicks are always meant to like increase. They always have variable frames. They become more plus the later you hit them. The later you hit them. So as in, let's see. I don't usually play Akuma on Street Fighter. But you see, at its minimum, it's +4. Now let's see, at 4, I think I'll be able to get a jab combo. Yeah, there you go. So I can do 4 jab shuriken. That's a true combo. But if I somehow manage to time it and get his mid, I get +6. Now at +6, I can get a medium, I believe. And his standing medium links into. Street Fighter has a unique system of comboing where you link moves into each other. Like, see there, it's +5. You can do a move that is I5, which would be a jab, or I think standing medium. Yeah, standing medium kick. So crouching medium punch into standing medium kick is a linkable a very tight link. It's like a just frame, but it works. We can do that if that's not. And then, okay, I failed miserably, but you get the idea. So yeah, I'm trying to. Oh wow, that was very plus. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So you see that I was able to link a medium, which is much more slow on startup. Because I hit lower, I was +7. Well, if I do it early, I get +6. So yeah, there's that aspect of variable frames according to where you hit. That's in every 2D game. Now next is, everyone knows Akuma's fireball. In Street 5 it's a bit fancy, and there's an move. Now the aspect of insta air moves is buffering a move, then doing it at the first frame someone goes airborne. Now in 2D games there's no such thing as a sidestep, which means that pressing anything like tapping up, or Honda, shut up. Tapping up will jump immediately. in Tekken, meanwhile in Tekken, tapping up will sidestep, which means that in almost every 2D game, doing an insta air move will just involve you doing the motion. Like for example, an insta shut up. Sorry. That means that doing an insta move in a 2D move. Let me just punch him again so that it doesn't talk. Will involve you just moving instead of 3/4 or 5/8 of this of a circle in Tekken, because of that's how the 3D engine works. It only registers airborne once you press up forward in Tekken, because of that's how the 3D engine works. In a 2D game, just pressing even up back or just up, that'll count as being airborne. So, like for example, what I'm doing here, let me turn my inputs on. My inputs, attack data on, frame data, key display on, there we go. Okay, on the left, you can see my inputs. See what I did there? Let me restart. Sorry, I did not do it at the first. If you don't do it fast enough, you'll get there. I did it. I did an insta air Hadouken. I did the Hadouken motion, then buffered it as the instant the first frame I get airborne, I became airborne. I did the fireball. It's a very nice way of getting easy, very fast air things. Now you have to understand that it only happens once a character is airborne. Now this isn't, the concept is the same in Tekken. The character has to be airborne, but in Tekken it is a bit more different because 3D fighters have the Y axis, the Y axis to think about, the axis of like sidestepping to think about. Not Y, that's not Y axis. This one only has X and Y axis. 3D games have X, Y, and Z axis. So 3D games also have to worry about the Z axis. That's why insta moves in are a bit harder. Not impossible, but a bit harder. Again, all I have to do here is down forward. Oh, okay, quad circle forward for the Hadouken, then up forward. So I do quad circle forward, up forward, then I input the Hadouken motion and I do it as fast as possible. There it is, because that's the first frame is airborne. Okay, Akuma, I believe you've explained what you need to do. And okay, there's one more thing. If you put jump ins, the concept of jump ins are usually extremely plus in every fighting game. Once jump ins connect, they become once jump ins connect, they become very they almost always guarantee a combo. But not every jumping is suitable for jumping in. Like for example, this one is more suitable for dealing with people, someone else who is jumping as well. In 2D games, there's a lot of jumping. You see the arc here is very high and the jump is much faster as compared to Tekken 7. Same thing really. Like for example, jumping in the box, of course, will be going to give you the same results. This one, jumping in the box, give me +4. That's barely a jab. That'll only give me a jab. Yeah. If I try a medium after landing, I will get blocked. See that? If I jump in the triangle, I get plus. Okay. I haven't seen my friends. So slow. No, don't do this super. Yeah, give me +4, which means again I can only get a light into something else. But if I jump in with a heavy, that was +13. Did you see that? +13 and it reduced, which means I can get another heavy, which I can do that trigger something else, something crazy stuff, like whatever crazy stuff I feel like. Like I can do this. Okay, let's see. Jumping, that the trigger, super. Come this way. It's not a the demon is a grab, you know, it doesn't combo naturally, but there you go. Like it's a nice demon setup because I'm really plus. Now the same thing. Stand, crouch, guard. Where's the guard? First attack and guard all. There you go. When I jump in, see that blue frame advantage in color. Where is the frame advantage in color option? Recovery. Frame advantage in color on. See. Okay, on your backdash I'm unsafe. There's no Korean backdash because you can't sidestep to cancel the dashes of recovery. When I'm red, I'm minus. When I'm blue, I'm plus. Just like in Tekken, jabs are even plus on block, which is a nice norm. But see, jumping, see it's blocked, but he's still minus. See, Honda is still glowing red, and I'm slightly blue, so he can't press a button after jumping either. You have to remember that. And here, I mean, his Akma is a really good fireball, so it's also a plus on point blank. In Tekken, they literally had to nerf his stuff, like they had to nerf it because you can't have Hadouken which is plus. But as you can see, Shuriken is also minus, extremely minus. See how red, I'm red for long and he's blue, yeah, is plus. But anyway, long story short, even on block, jumpings are plus. And okay, now that we've covered that, we can lost the demon and switch back to Tekken and transfer this to Eliza. Okay, sorry for the intermission. Welcome back to Tekken. Now, why did I go through the trouble of transferring, of changing to Street Fighter 5 and doing all that? Well, that's because I wanted you to understand. Insta air move, insta air moves are, in fact, for this, let me turn inputs on. Display settings, command history, display. It is essentially the same thing. Now, if this were Street Fighter, to do an insta air, insta dive kick is because circle back, yes. I would have to press that, then up back. I'm pressing up back. I'm in the air. So if I press down back, then up back, I get a dive. Nope. What's going on here? I'm doing the same thing. What's going on? What's not going on? What's going on is 3D inputs, the Z axis I was talking about. See, if I do that, if I do this in Tekken, see what's happening? She's sidestepping. That's what happening. She's not jumping, she's still remaining grounded. So the game reads that input as a grounded input. But as soon as I get to up forward, she jumps. So that's what makes many dive kicks so difficult in Tekken. The fact that you have to go all the way to up forward. Then remember, this is a neutral game with people who have jumpings. If you press it too fast, it just reads it as a jumping heavy kick, a jumping 4. Then it will do a laser 4 instead. So if I do that thing and then do it as fast as possible, I get the jumping 4 instead. So that's what's making Eliza difficult here is literally the fact that Tekken is a 3D game. So to do insta dive kicks in Tekken is pretty much a different version of an electric, because you have an somewhat moderately complex input, then a neutral, then a just frame input. So to do an insta dive kick with Eliza is literally the dive kick motion to circle back. Then we need to get airborne, and since the move buffered, you can't just move, you can't just press upward then expect you can just move there then upward then expect to do the dive kick. You need to, you can't skip motions. That's what I'm saying. You need to go all the way around. So that's circle back, down, back, up, upward, neutral, 4. So that's the dive kick. So I do so to do dive kicks, yeah. So once you it takes a lot of practice. Honestly, I haven't got it down perfectly myself. But yeah, see what I have. What I'm doing is I'm holding down the upward input. So like the neutral is shows up there. I do it easy on this side. It's honestly unnecessarily difficult on in Tekken. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why. As in, I know why it's a 3D game, and it's just 3D. The 3D game being the 3D game. But yeah, that's why insta dive kicks are hard in Tekken. And by the same strain, that's why buffering moves like because Tekken has moves that exist that are while standing moves. That's why buffering moves like a shuriken from a crouching move is so hard, because you have to do it fast. You have to do it extremely faster than the game can think you are trying to input a while standing move, which is quite fast. And like I said, it's cancelled. So when if it's a cancel, you have to do it really fast. So as a cancel move, sorry about that. As a cancel move, you have to do it. You have to do that. Yeah, like I said. Sorry. I've lost my wording, but yeah, pretty much the same thing. As for the as a cancel move, you have to do it fast. And as for jump-ins, well, same thing really. Extremely when a jump-in connects, it almost always guarantees a combo. See the insane plus frames, 13, 16, 17. See that? That was a true combo, because as in my blocks are still there. I can't do something that's not a true combo. And even on block, see this. Let me put them to block. Even on block, see I'm still +3, but it also changes. It has a variable hitbox depending on how deep I'm hitting. It can go from +3 all the way to +6 or +7, depending on it. And with the 4, it can go +1 all the way to +4, I believe. +7 as well. Wow. And just like the other jump-ins, not every jump-in is suitable for combos. Like for example, this one, the maximum I can get is +1. I believe I saw a +1 there. Maximum I get is +1. Yeah. And this I get +2. Maximum get probably +1. Yeah. So I believe, hopefully with that, I hope you get like the concept of Eliza, why insta dive kicks are unnecessarily difficult the way they are, and why jump-ins are so powerful. Now the jump here is floaty as compared to Street Fighter, and honestly any other 2D game. but that's to make up for the fact that they jump so high. They had to balance it somewhere in Tekken 7. So they balance it by making it floaty. In Street Fighter 5, Dalsim has a lot of air mobility. They balanced him out by making his jump really floaty. So yeah, I believe that's all. That's all there is for Eliza in general. I think that's all. Same thing with the dive kick. Remember when the dive kick, Akuma's dive kick at the tip was like +9. Then when I did it lower, it was okay. This one is at lower it's +12. Same thing really. You get more when you hit lower the body, because when you hit lower, the recovery is always the same. Landing recovery is always the same. The moment your feet touch the ground, you've recovered. So if you hit as low as possible, you recover, but the other person is still in hit stun, and you get insane plus frames. So yeah, that's I believe that's all I can do about Eliza. And with that, I believe I've covered all I can about Eliza. I'm honestly really tired. I think I took so long that I got interrupted. Sorry about the interruption at the end, by the way. But this has been your boy, as I'm sure you, covering Eliza. I hope this long tutorial will help you in the end. Yeah, so thank you, and good night. I think both Eliza and I need to go to sleep, so we'll